Do you want to have a successful playthrough? Do you want to have fun while playing the game? Good, then this video is for you. Here are the key principles to Stardew Valley. Alrighty, let's get started. Hard work. Stardew Valley rewards hard work. There are many things to do in Stardew Valley, but not every activity is rewarded equally. For example, you could just plant a bunch of crops, harvest them, and then sell them. Yeah, you could make a decent amount of money by doing this, but that can be considered low effort. To increase the value of your crops, you would have to craft processing machines like kegs or preservation jars and then place your crops in those. Gathering all of the resources to craft these is hard work. Furthermore, you can take this further and age your wine in a cask, meaning you'll have to grind for those resources as well. Luckily for us, Stardew Valley rewards hard work, and you will greatly increase the value of each crop if you take it through each and every step. The same is true for patience. Patience is true to your success in Stardew Valley. Growing your crops and selling them without processing is quick but not profitable. Having the self-discipline to rather process your crops and sell them at a later stage results in higher efficiency per crop and thus more profit. So yeah, Stardew Valley rewards hard work, persistence, and most importantly, patience. Besides, there are plenty of things to do while you are waiting for your crops to be processed into highly valuable artisan goods. Time is the most valuable resource in the world. Time is priceless. We just need to spend it wisely. The same is true for Stardew Valley. Each day is only so long and each season only contains of so many days. And if you are not careful, you could find yourself spending the entire day watering crops without any time left to do anything else. While this can be seen as hard work, it is actually really inefficient. Spend your time wisely. Invest in the tools that will make your job easier. A couple quality sprinklers will save you an astonishing amount of time. That way, you will still be growing crops and you will be able to use the newly acquired time on other tasks and activities in the game. The same is true for what time you sleep in the game. In the real world, we need a good night's rest to be productive during the day. But Stardew Valley is a little bit different. If you pass out at 2 a.m., there will only be two very small fines. First, you will lose 1,000 gold, and secondly, you will wake up with half of your maximum energy. However, it is very important to note that you will not lose any items. There is this very big misconception that you will lose items if you pass out by staying up after 2 a.m. This is just not the case. You will only lose items if you are defeated in battle, and that is a fact. So spend your time wisely in the valley. Invest, invest, invest. Stardew Valley rewards your investments. If you have made a bunch of money in the game, invest that money back into your farm. You could either spend your money on seeds, farm animals, or even resources. Naturally, purchasing seeds is always a requirement, but if you really think about it, there is no reason to just keep money in your wallet. So if you only have 100,000 gold, there is no real harm in spending it all on a bunch of starfruit seeds. Don't be stingy with your gold. Like the saying goes, you need money to make money, but if you don't use and spend your gold, well then you just won't be making any. The same is true for resources. Grinding for coal is incredibly tedious and time consuming, but we will need loads of this stuff if we want to invest in bee houses. So if you have some money laying around, it's definitely worth it to just buy a bunch of coal from Clint. It is expensive, but you will make your gold back after a few harvests of fairy rose honey. If you are struggling to make gold in this game, it is probably because you are not spending enough gold. The more money you spend, the more you will make. There are tons of problems to solve in Stardew Valley, but there are also many different ways to solve these problems. For replayability, get creative with your problem solving. If you have already played the game quite a bit and you are looking to start a new playthrough, try and mix things up. Do you need gold to restore the vault bundle? Well, instead of doing what we all do, like making money with strawberries, try something crazy. You might accidentally stumble onto something that you may have previously thought was inefficient. That is actually how I discover most of the things in my videos. The beach farm is a very good farm layout to pick if you want to challenge yourself and mix up your gameplay. Being creative is just so much more fun, and this game definitely allows you to be creative. When starting a new playthrough, try the beach farm, turn on remixed bundles, and reduce the profits. These new challenges will definitely push your Stardew Valley expertise to their limits. But don't worry, creativity will save the day. I recently completed my Billionaire series, and I felt so much relief after I finally completed that series. But the ending felt a little bit bittersweet. Ending this series was not nearly as fun as figuring out how to make large sums of gold in the early to mid stages of the series. This made me realize it's about the journey and not the destination. So if you are new to Stardew Valley or you are trying something new, don't rush it. Take it slow and enjoy the game. You'll see that trying to achieve something is way more fun than actually achieving it. So just enjoy the game. It is quite unfortunate that there aren't really any other games like Stardew Valley. So rushing and completing the game as fast as possible might just leave you empty inside, as there aren't many alternatives. Until the Haunted Chocolatier comes out, I just can't wait for Concerned Ape's new game. The world doesn't revolve around us, and it is what it is. We are the main character in the world of Stardew Valley. We inherited this farm from our grandfather. We are the only person who is capable of restoring the community center. We fight in the mines and impress the legendary Mr. Keep. None of the other villagers have nearly as many responsibilities as we do. So yes, we are indeed the main character in this story. While that is true, the world still doesn't completely revolve around us. I play a lot of Stardew Valley, and I usually completely ignore all of the townspeople because I am a bad person. But you know what? The townspeople literally don't mind. They continue on with their lives regardless of us. In other games, most NPCs will just stand in their place and wait for us to interact with them, but not in Stardew Valley. Realizing this will make you either ignore them completely unless you are trying to achieve perfection, or go out of your way to befriend and get to know all of the townspeople. They are all uniquely crafted, have their own stories and personalities. And most importantly, none of these principles matter. You should just be playing the game however you want. You will have the most fun when you play the game in the exact way you want. So let me know in the comments below, what is your favorite thing to do in Stardew Valley? Do you love mining? Do you love befriending the townspeople, decorating, or do you just enjoy messing around? But as always, I will see you in the next video.